Secretary General, it's great to have you joining me on the record.
Thank you. Thank you.
Walk me through how you see what's happening today in the Middle East.
What we would like to see is we would like to see a prosper neighborhood. We would like to see everybody enjoying what we are enjoying, what we have achieved. People in Yemen need to live the decent life. Sudan, Syria, Iraq, Lebanon, even our friends in Iran, the people of the Iranian people, we wish them all the best and we are ready to work with them once Iran is ready to work with the GCC. This is our message. This is how I see it. At the same time, we have this agony, this pain in our hearts because of what's happening in Gaza. And we are doing our best to help out. And we have seen our big sister, Saudi Arabia, doing its best, taking the lead, leading the world with France for the two-state solution, which has led, I think, to the latest achievement of President Trump plan. So this is how we see it. We need to find a solution for every single problem we have in the region. We are ready to be a player. We are ready to be part of any solution. We have been considered, we have been a destination for so many players regionally and internationally seeking the GCC help because we have truly become a reliable partner for peace and stability.
Do you believe that the president's 20-point plan can put an end to the war in Gaza?
I heard so many ministers from countries that are involved being optimistic, and they see something in this 21 points that could be workable, that could be a solution to the problem we have. Yet again, will Benjamin Netanyahu accept these 21 and interpret them as everybody else interprets them, or is he going to find his own definition and in his own way to interpret these 21 points? This is what we need. We seek a real partner in peace in Israel in order to really find a solution.
Some of the foreign ministers here at the Munich leaders meeting have suggested that if Mr. Netanyahu doesn't acquiesce with this 20-point plan, that he will find a much more hostile neighborhood going forward.
They know now who is behind the real problem. It's him. It's his government. It's not the Israeli people. It's this government that is not seeking peace. We see on a daily basis 100,000 of Israeli going outside demonstrating against him and against his crimes in Gaza. It is just this government that we have a problem with. We have proven, the Arab world have been proven that we are peace seekers.
Do you believe that Benjamin Netanyahu can find that peace between Israel and the rest of the Middle East?
So far, he has not been proven to really seek peace. He has proven that he is full of rage and anger and he wants to destroy every single thing. I mean, how could anybody really see what we see in Gaza and never have any feelings or nothing moves inside?
Do you believe that the world is finally beginning to listen?
I think so. I think so. This latest ONGA in New York, the vibe is totally pro-Palestine, pro finding a solution. Even the toughest countries that are, sometimes having a harsh stand on this issue have been lenient now and more acceptable to a better life, a lasting solution, the two-state solution for the Palestinian. I think I'm optimistic.
One of the points in President Trump's plan would suggest that there will be a peacekeeping force deployed in Gaza. The GCC has deployed forces before. Is that something that you foresee happening?
I don't think it's an option for the time being that to send forces, because it's just too complicated of a situation. What is the mandate of the forces? What are the areas they will cover? Under whose leadership the forces will be? Will they be under a UN mission or each country by itself? Who is in the mission? it's too complicated of a situation. I think, in my own opinion, is a UN-led mission might be the best way, because in that case you will know exactly the mandate. There is a Security Council resolution behind it that explains it. You need, and also giving the Palestinian their right to govern themselves and bring in Palestinian police, and is the best way.
Do you believe that if there were to be a UN peacekeeping or UN-led force, the GCC would be involved?
We'll definitely discuss it among ourselves if such a decision is taken. The GCC has done UN missions, I think, in Afghanistan many years ago, but it's something that we discuss as a whole and make a decision about it.
Are you having any worry today about the US dollar, because GCC currencies are pegged to the US dollar?
I don't think the US dollar is in any danger now. I think it's stable and strong, and the interest rate is quite reasonable. We are going in 2 weeks to the World Bank and the IMF annual meeting. We will hear more about that. But I have not seen anything alarming in our studies, or actually we're doing very well. I read a few days ago our GDP, for each country's GDP for the first quarter of 2025. Everybody is increasing. The GDP for everybody is increasing. So there is an actual growth within our economies.
How about the Trump trade war? How has that impacted the GCC
Well, we
economies?
are not part of this war. Or if you want to call it war, I don't know if we call it war or negotiations. But whatever happens there will affect us. I mean, whatever economical relationship between the US and China, not only the GCC, everybody else will be definitely affected, and will watch it very, very closely. We are trying to protect ourselves. We monitor it, and we talk with everybody. As I told you, we really, thank God, we have solid economies backed with solid markets, solid reserves, great governance, great budgetary governance. So we're in a good shape now, but you have to watch the whole world.
Yeah. Nevertheless, oil prices at 60 aren't good for GCC economies. How long can they sustain these lower prices?
Well, we would, sometimes it's good because it makes you think how to get out of the oil. This is my personal opinion. How do I diversify? And this tells you that you really need to make this happen as soon as possible. And that's not a joke. Definitely, the price of oil needs to be in a place where everybody wins. So the producers and the buyers.
Are we talking like $80 a barrel?
That would be really nice. I think 80 is a reasonable price, but it's supply and demand. And we've always seen it with the oil. It's a cycle. It goes up, then it goes down, and many elements are involved, and many aspects are involved in the pricing.
The concern is that with lower oil prices, less money is going to go into investing in future oil production, and that could inevitably lead to a crunch. Is that something you think about?
The main thing here is we are a reliable partner. We want to be at everybody's consideration once there is shortage in demand. We want to play our role by making sure that there is energy security, and it's energy for everybody, and everybody gets reached out to with this. You cannot do it by maintaining your oil fields the same and your production the same. The world is growing, economies are growing, new aspects of science is growing.
So the demand will be there.
The demand will be bigger.
How do you see the GCC's clout or power diminishing as a result of the fact that the United States is now the world's dominant producer in oil and gas?
Well, we are always a factor. We are always a player, whether in production, whether in refineries, or whether in reserve. Number one, oil reserve is in the GCC, and number two, gas reserve is in the GCC. We believe the world is big enough to contain everybody. We believe we need to speak with our partners, especially the United States, which is a strategic partner of GCC, on all sorts of issues, including the energy and oil production and gas production.
Tell me about the relationship with China. China today has become a major player in the GCC, and not just in the sense of buying its oil.
Right. We have a very strong strategic partnership with China. We are in continuous discussion and talks with them. We held our first summit with them in 2022 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and that summit was the cornerstone of our relationship. And it's so many parts, so many areas developing.
And you don't see that as contradictory to the relationship with the United States?
Not at all.
Why?
No. Because we are friends with everybody. We stand in the middle and we reach out to everybody from the same distance. We should not be judged because we have a good relationship with China, nor should we be judged because we have a good relationship with the United States. It is politics, it is relationships, it is strategic dialogue. The United States never tell us whom to be friends with and whom not to be friends with. Last month, in September 1st, we held, September 11, we held our 7th ministerial meeting with Russia in Sochi. So we are friends with everybody. This is our, doctrine.
Tell me this. In your mind, what is the greatest existential threat to the GCC today?
Well, I think the most threat, not only on GCC, on the whole world, is not holding regimes or government or countries unaccountable. If you let one country that is not respecting laws, not respecting international laws, not respecting United Nations charters, and you let them go by and pass without any judgment, without any accountability, other countries will be encouraged, other countries will do the same, other countries will do or take the same approach, and then all hell is loose. Every country will deal with itself as it wish. This is the most dangerous thing, I think, on humanity. We need to respect the United Nations Charter. We need to respect humanity. We need to continue this dialogue among all of us to reach this one stable world. Another thing that is also a bit worrying to me is the situation in Africa. There are countries, and the people of Africa really need our attention, really need to, give them the support that they do. GCC countries have major development and humanitarian assistance programs in Africa. Most of the GCC countries are there helping out African nations. So these are, I think, the two main issues.
When you think about threats to the GCC, how do you gauge Iran as a threat today?
Iran knows that we are serious about normalization with them and having a normal relationship. We have a decent relationship, but we need to make it a better relation. How do we do that? By Iran taking a few measures. We need assurances of non-interference. We need assurances about respecting laws and international law. We need assurance not to, engage with the Shiites, with the minorities or whatever in any GCC countries. We need serious commitment from Iran in order for us to move forward in this relationship. Iran is a neighbor. Iran is an important neighbor. They know that we are serious about this. We cannot do this unless we have a dialogue with them. what Iran did to Qatar a few weeks ago was something, very alarming, and we never expected Iran would do such thing. We are not part of what the United States did to Iran. They know that, and yet at the same time they chose an American interest in a GCC country where there are many American interests in our region that is not in the GCC, but yet they chose a GCC country, which is alarming.
Yeah. Do you think that the current leadership in Iran is a leadership you can work with?
Well, we try to convey the message that I just told you to all leadership in Iran. We try to listen with them. We try to engage with them. We always give whomever in front of us the benefit of the doubt, and we try to find a common ground with Iran and with others.
Secretary General, it's great to have you on the record. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you so much.